Recycle Books is located at the corner of Locust and Oak Street within the heart of the Denton Square. This establishment has been a Denton staple since 1983, featuring a vast book selection across several genres, an expansive CD and vinyl selection, as well as an impressive collection of various media focused on niche subjects. You could spend hours exploring, and you could still miss a section or two. Each of these sections is tended to by a member of the staff that takes a liking to the section, creating a lot of variety and personality within the store. Axel, one of the most devoted staff members of Recycled, tends to many sections on the basement floor. Let's go find him.
My apologies. Just give me one moment here. Sorry, got me in dreamland there. What can I do for you?
We were wondering if you could give us a little tour, a little show around your sections.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me one moment here.
What's up with the nature sounds?
Huh?
What's up with the sounds?
That's good. That's good. That's a good one. First off, none of these books here, pay no attention to these because they are not for sale yet. Would you mind going on a little journey with me?
Sounds good.
You got it. All right. Okay, let's... Welcome to the front of the store, okay? This is the most important section, right here. Now, this isn't officially a section, but if you stand right here, you can see the front counter. You can see the buy counter, and we buy everything in the store here at the buy counter, and then we sell it at the front counter. I like to think of things as an ecosystem or like a body, like I'm a part of something a little bit easier to envision than a business, okay? So the front of the store has the eyes, and right here there should be someone on counter and there should be someone at the buy counter at all times. And so if you care about the store, if you want to be in the store as I do and kind of have your finger on the pulse, you stand right here and you see when the people who have things to sell come in and when there's someone who needs help up here. First I gotta tell you, I had a little dog. Of course, like everything else, she died. She used to sit right here, and while she was still alive, I made a little section in honor of her, so I'll take you to show you that if you wouldn't mind. I'm a big antique store guy, but since starting work at this store, I don't have to do that, really, because the store feeds my compulsion. Enough stuff comes through here that I amassed some books, which I call them garbage when there's something that I like. That's a term of endearment for me, but it doesn't sound good, so you know, for the sake of optics, I try not to use it, but it amuses me. So I collected a bunch of garbage, and then I started cutting some of these beautiful images out of this book that I really loved. And I knew someone once who would do this, would cut images out of books and put them in frames, and I loved that. So I cut them out. I put them up here on these shelves, which had been used for the fancy books next door. And I just started putting all this garbage in these shelves, and it was lovely for a while, but one must attend to a garden and sustain the garden, and I must have let it rot for a little bit. And of course, new things are popping up, like these beautiful pulp magazines, which do justice to the spirit of Rosie's Corner anyway, because they look great. I mean, look at them, they're beautiful. In any case, the most exciting part of this particular swath of Rosie's Corner at this time, for me, is the little local zine section, which of course is languishing and rotting like the rest, but will soon hold all manner of local zines, which I'm very excited to start. So we've got a lot of good stuff in the barrel, so to speak. So this is the original Rosie's Corner space, and may it live on and continue to draw small children into it and not put their lives at risk. The sections that I've actually been assigned as an associate here at the store are not too many, but they are many. I do have trouble getting to shelving all of them. I care about them all, even though I have not much background in most of them. I would have an interest in any section of the store that I had been assigned, because you just see stuff come through and you just start learning about it. But these sections in particular I'm actually quite fond of, starting with the automotive section, which I had no interest in at all, but my dad was a mechanic. It doesn't move very quickly, but when we get in really good automotive books, they seem to sell. Nobody cares about that. That's gonna bore the heck out of you. There are a lot of interesting points about the ecosystems of each of these sections that I won't bore you with, but I'll list them out. Automotive, motorcycles, bicycles, anything that's considered a vehicle, tractors, and that cascades into farming, ranching, cowboying, bull exploiting, and other types of animal exploitation and husbandry. So off of farming and ranching, I've got horses, which to me seems separated into horse care and horse exploitation. So horsemanship is somewhere in between. And then I've got veterinary reference and other animal husbandry type things, which goes into farming and agriculture, which you'd think would be a bigger section, but we're not at Texas A&M, we're at UNT. So our music section probably looks like what wherever Texas A&M is in terms of a used bookstore's agriculture section might look like, unfortunately. But a lot of interesting stuff comes through, and anyone who cares to look in these sections might find something really cool. Pets is different though than animal husbandry, because you've got dogs and cats being the main two, and then you've got other little pets and birds and fishes and reptiles and terrariums and things. And across from that, I've got home keeping. There's an architecture section, there's an interior design section, but I've got all the Home Depot end of that, and woodworking, metalworking, not crafts, even though it's all craft. I've got anything having to do with something you think your grandpa would have books on in his little grandpa den. Survival is the newest addition to this little central space where I've got these doing it, not caring for the animals, not the idea of ranching. It's the doing it, make it out of wood, build your home, have home plans. Survival came about because a bunch of other sections needed to be culled, and they seemed to be appropriate for anyone interested in disaster prepping, or I think about the apocalypse every day, so it's of general interest to me. But a lot of things go in this section that sell a lot better when they're all around each other, like first aid books and things, across from the medicine section, which I don't run. But if it's vintage, it may be out of date. In my mind, people will still want it because it doesn't go out of date in your heart in some cases, I guess. Probably the most exciting section that I help run is the beaded curtain, which is a section that Dale and I put a lot of love into and thought into, and I really like the way that it turned out. It's languishing a bit right now, but that's just because I care about it, and I want to put a lot of heart into fixing it up and not do it halfway. I've got lots of stuff developing down here. I've got a magazine stand from which I hope to sell oversized magazines like Saturday Evening Post and Life. And I hope to build another magazine stand to back it up, which will have comics that I'd like to get from distributors and do local comics and things like that to kind of offset my local zine stand up there. And this table hopefully will it'll bloom into a collage station where I'll put books priced either on clearance or page by page for artists who want to cut individual pages out of them while I'm here at the store. In any case, this little room is my favorite room because the sections are kind of just sleeping down here. And I love my little sections. The fact that they're all connected to each other is nice, so I don't have to think in too many sections in my own head. But I love these little sections. They don't sell very quickly, and not all of them look very flashy, but it's an honest living.